And we're back with Alexandrian Codex. I am Alex, and after getting raffle stomped very embarrassingly by Poland because I did some stupid stuff with Bohemia to make the game artificially harder, we are picking a new nation. Now, there has been a lot reworked down here. There's been some interesting changes to the way that piety works and a bunch of other things, and while that's tempting, I think during the last campaign I talked about, if I do a new campaign, it's probably going to be as Florence, because they are... Bohemia was the first nation I played and has a dear place in my heart for that, but it is very slow going. Now Florence is as well, but Florence has Tuscan ideas, which gets you tech and idea cost reduction pretty early. This I won't use at all. This I won't be using because I don't use loans. Yearly prestige is nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's great. Development cost reduction is amazing. The yearly papal influence they get is actually kind of worthless because the Pope almost always rivals Florence right off the bat. So unless you make a vassal out of the Pope or something, that won't be super useful. But the bonus discipline is nice. They're not crazy overpowered, but they're pretty good. So let's hop in here. And this time around, I actually will try to remember. Let's see, Florence doesn't have any... No interesting text in here. First things first. Hire a general and drill. And remember to drill all the time. Let's break off the bark. Tell it during war to go back to port. Let's have it protect trade in the Genoa node. Let's look at who rivaled. Oh, wow, weird. Okay, so Hungary has rivaled me, but I can't pick them. Austria has rivaled me, but I can't pick them. Ferrara has rivaled me. I can pick them. Okay, Pope, do you hate me? Yeah? Yeah? Alright, well, I'm gonna set this, indicating what I'm interested in taking. Ferrara, we're rivals? Milan. Let's be friends. So I'm gonna pick the Pope, and I'm gonna pick Siena, Lucca. Probably Lucca. I probably should have picked Siena, Lucca, and the Pope instead of Ferrara, but oh well. Yep, declare statute and restraint of appeals. Essentially, this raises the king to be the final legal authority in all issues of religion, but seeing as we don't have a king, because we have Cosimo de' Medici, although a lot of people said things implied that he wanted to be a king. Maybe the text for this should change, but oh well, that's okay. Rival of our rival is Mantua. Almost without fail, Mantua ends up being my ally when I play Florence. It's kind of weird. Our income's good enough. How many... You're gonna take up like one a month, so let's hire on one more here. I kind of want to sell this entire fleet. I won't yet though. 1, 2, 3. So, as Florence, I want to get the Renaissance to spawn in my territory. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't, but it's cool if it does. So the year needs to be 1450. Firenze, my capital, is in Italy. It's in a state, and the development needs to be at least 20. So let's look at the development of my provinces. This one is 15, this one is 14. Now, I'd like to try to get these up to 20, and that's Pisa won't be a problem. Arezzo, because it's hills, will be a bit more expensive, just to double my chances of getting the Renaissance to fire off. And if it doesn't, well, then whatever. I put in a bunch of effort for a better province anyway. So let's start with... Your production's not great. You make wine. Man, I swear I remember wine being worth more. That's 17, 18, 19, 20. Now further development will be in Rezo, and hopefully in the next 6 years, right? 6 years? 1450? I can get this up to 20. It actually probably won't be that hard. So I have an income of 6, allegedly. Let's pick Gabrielle here. Or Gabriel, I guess. Gabriel, not Gabrielle. And yeah, let's unpause. Mantua, no. You don't hate me, at least. So actually, let's start by trying to get rid of this fleet. I'm gonna press S a bunch of times to split up the fleet into tiny pieces. So I can just try to sell it one ship at a time. Can I sell to Aragon? Yep, you're close enough. Oh, hold on. Economy, sell ships. You're close enough, you're close enough, you're close enough. Wait a minute. That's not how you ship. Oh, there we go. Would you like a transport? Yeah, you would. Would you like a transport? Yeah, alright. Now, I would like to get Italy, northern Italy, into the Empire so I can stick around and maybe make aims at becoming the Emperor. Or at the very least continuing to enjoy the... Oh, where is it? Maybe states don't actually get modifiers yet, but this I want, the Reichsreform, just for the development cost reduction for members. And I think that's... I like this. But this is terrible, this is terrible, this is terrible. So hopefully stay in the HRE, take over the HRE, unify the HRE, or move on to do something else at that point. It's more likely I'll move on to do something else. I like colonizing the New World as Florence. Oh, no, not self-province, self-ship. Get rid of that. So you don't want any galleys, but you are into transports over here. That makes sense, since you have a lot of Atlantic going on, and galleys are not so good in the Atlantic. Oh, you'd take one for free. Yeah, sure you would. France? No. Provence? Probably not. No. Savoy? No. Genoa? Naples. Okay, they would buy at least one. Yeah, that glitch is still in the game. If you queue up a bunch of things but don't hit enter, once you hit enter, if you hold down enter, they'll all go through at once. There are some exploits for... Oh, I forget. There are some older exploits that operated on that. Well, exploits are nice. Togurt? Oh. Where was that? That is a weird name, but I just take it for granted. T-O-U... Tugarat? Or... Hold on. Yeah, it's in Algeria. So, Where? Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's staring me right in the face. Toe yogurt. Togurt. How's that word pronounced, actually? Well, it's Arabic. Pronounce. YouTube, don't run an ad. Don't run an ad.
Tugurt, Algeria. Tugurt, Algeria.
Tugurt? Okay, it's not quite Togurt, but it does look like it. Two goats? Two goats? That's kinda sounds like what she was saying. And, you know, this is mostly desert, so it's a fair joke to say that they only have two goats. Someone buy these ships. I do not want them. Sam, I want trade ships. Naples is happy to take them. And pay for them. Pirates? Alright, cool. Neat. Let's make our ally like us more. Mantua still wouldn't ally us because you're allied to the Papal State. Damn, son. Why you gotta be like that? You're allied with Milan, of course you are. You're allied with Austria, which sucks. Austria? Legit? No. Okay, my rivals did change. Boo. I'm not in a great place diplomatically. If I attacked Urbino, no, the Papal State would just call in their allies like normal. England and Mantua. England's gonna go to war with France, so they might actually be a lame duck. Mantua and Milan join me, it'd be fine, but I doubt they would. This is not an excellent start. Wait a minute. Yeah, you though. Yeah, you might actually ally me. Probably not, but maybe. Create a proper fleet. You got it, champ. So, that's an alert that you just got better. Cool. How many? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3 more. And I was talking earlier about trying to improve this. Let's do that. We still have quite a few years left, but this is at 20, that's over 20, that's over 20, so our chances of getting the Renaissance to spawn in our country are as good as they're gonna get unless I start conquering other people. Which, Siena is a tempting target, Lucca is tempting because it's farmland. Siena's allied with Milan, and Milan has a much larger army than me. I could potentially just build my army up over the force limit and say fuck it. It'd be nice if I could have an ally besides that. Beside that? Oh, whatever. In Anglais. Diplo rep sounds nice. Production efficiency sounds very nice. Trade efficiency sounds nice. What do I get most of my money from? Trade and taxes. Of trade efficiency is what I should be going for. This man. Massimiliano Shigi. Yeah, there's a lot of Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pretty ridiculous province names out there. Hum is a real place. Hum. It's not currently in Bosnia. Bosnia? Is it in Bosnia? Humfolka is a village in the municipality of Folka. Fjolka? Fjolka? I cannot pronounce that word. Yeah, but that's more or less where hum is. Hum? Slavic words. Oh, okay. Zaklumia. Zaklumia? Which is, I swear, the name of... maybe it isn't. Also, Hum was the medieval principality located in modern-day regions of Herzegovina and southern Dalmatia. Okay, so this is not Bosnia right now. This is part of Herzegovina. Wait, is that a... Oh, because it's Bosnia and Herzegovina. I thought they were talking about independence a few years ago. Whatever. No idea what that is. No idea what Herzegovina is. It's, currently Bosnia is not just Bosnia. It's Bosnia and this word I can't pronounce. It's a nation that exists here. It's... A lot of people, especially in the United States, don't have a great grasp on Eastern European geography because the Balkans are so complicated. Yeah, actually, the Dalmatians are from Dalmatia. That's why they have that name. Dalmatians, a lot of dog breeds are named after the geographic region that they came from. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Despite the name, there's little to no evidence that the breed originated in the historic region of Dalmatia. Well, I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. At least I fact checked myself pretty quickly. I think it's probably just a coincidence. There's, the leader of the country we have right now, I can't pronounce that word. Cosimo de' Medici is Castile, so from Castile. Probably not. I would... No. Castile soap originates in the Levant, so in here. Made hard soaps based on olive and laurel oil for millennia. Where do they get the name, though? 17th century controversy in England. Crusaders brought it back to Europe in the 11th century. Oh. Yeah, actually, that is why it's called Castile. And the Castile region is, like, up here? Or here? In a similar style to that originating from the Castile region of Spain. Probably just a dude's name. No, you were right. It is from this region. Yeah, it was invented over here, but then Crusaders from, you know, all up in here came over, took the technology, took it back to Europe, renamed it after themselves, as white people are wont to do. Yeah. Goddamn, I love how soap crusades. You know, a lot of things came back from the Crusades. A lot of medical technologies, actually. A lot of, I mean, calling them technologies is a little much, but, like, the whole, like, yo, you should bathe occasionally thing was pretty heavily reinforced by the cultures in here. I should probably do something stupid and attack Sienna rather than just sitting around. Sienna's ally. No, not anymore. I want to keep Cosimo. I want Cosimo to live forever. Best de Medici. I would really like it if I could just switch over to an empire, kingdom with Cosimo. I just fucking love the de Medicis. The Netflix series I think we were watching, not that great, kind of weird. Ends in a very inconclusive place. It's not bad though. France, buddy. Okay, we are gonna kiss up to France here. Maintain. Yeah, wouldn't you love to give me military access? Like, so my army needs to be slightly better and my navy needs to be slightly better. Well, one of those things I can do. My navy sucks. So let's... Oh, I'm out of sailors. And I can't reasonably make this army any larger. Oh, no. Because this game starts out in 1444, I didn't name Cosimo. That's just who the historic ruler of... That's okay. That's who the historic ruler of this place is. When you start the game, it's more or less historical. Like, in 1444, you'll have... You will not have Mehmed. You might have him ruling the Ottomans, and you'll always have John of Trastamara ruling over Aragon, and Juan of Trastamara ruling over Castile, and Alfonso will be in a regency, and etc., etc. Like you always have. King James you would not have up here. This is weird. Normally you'd have King Henry VIII, I think, in England. Yeah, you have historic rulers, but it all immediately stops being historical as soon as you press the play button, because it just all goes off the rails after that. Aragorn, and there's a lot of jokes in the Paradox dev community about the renaming this Aragorn and going to oh, there's a Sauron down here somewhere. Am I remembering that right? S-A-U-R-O-N. U4. Rohan Gondor. Now there's Gondor. That's right. There's a kingdom down here called Gondor. Yeah. I mean, it's not a very big kingdom, but authors are not always the most creative when they come up with fake names. Speaking from personal experience, just pushing together two words from different contexts together to make a new word is pretty common practice. France, be my friend. Yeah, no. Okay, you I can't attack. Hell yeah, Massimiliano. Keep it up, man. I like this. Wish the game would tell me when you died, but... Luca... No? I think our best bet for expansion early on is going to be straight up attacking the Pope. So, keeping that in mind, and France not allying me, I'm gonna go after Provence for our second ally. Because they can kind of help out in Avignon over here a little bit. Normally they just get stomped on pretty hard because Burgundy wants Valois and Lorraine over here. Oh, let's see. No, I didn't get it. Who got the Renaissance? Oh, Genoa. So, right around the corner. Not really all that surprising that I didn't get it. Even though I was trying to get everything qualified to get it. That's okay. Military tactics. Yeah, I'm gonna not be able to afford to build any of that. What do you consider a proper fleet game? 75% of 14, so 3/4, yeah, 3/4. That sounds wrong, but that's right. Like one more ship, right? That should... No, like 2 or 3 more. Committing a cardinal sin. Should never, ever try to do math while on stream. Or while recording. Should either do the math and not try to do it in your head, or just don't do math at all. Influenza. It's fine. I could build a transport just to fill this up, but honestly, galleys are more useful if I go to war because they get a bonus from being in an inland sea. Like the Mediterranean is an inland... Well, calling it inland sea is a little weird, but yeah. Now I can afford you, and you should give me a small return. I'm not gonna hit even, but... I don't want corruption. Sure. Yeah, keep Cosimo. It's getting pretty old. He might not make it to another election. Freethinker's nice, although it hasn't been useful for me yet. And... I'm hoping this will be something nice. Loose Lips is terrible. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Okay. Hello, big abusable buddy. I totally will not use you to take on the papacy. So this diplomat's just going to stay in France all the time and keep us friendly with our big friend over here. Provence is also allied with France, and that works out nicely. Milan is not allied with anyone of significance. I know that's a little self-depreciating because I'm allied with them, but really, this is garbage. That sucks. Oh, okay. Now we continue to wait. Who else doesn't like you? Castile? Really? You right enemy of my enemy? And you don't hate France? Okay, Castile. That was fast. Boom. I guess I could Royal Marry you, huh? No, I can't. No, I can't. Alright, well that's pretty sweet. Those are some pretty dope allies that's a really dope ally to have, in fact, because they just took over Aragon and Naples. Yeah, and you rivaled Austria? Ovaries Parmesan? What? What? Oh, are you reading that right there? Yeah, I could kind of see how that says that. Ovara. This is Novara, but you can't see the N because of the little city over it. It's not a pleasant mental image. Why am I losing money? I just got a thing. He just got this trait, which should make us more money. and now we drop into the red. Excuse you, sir? There we go, back in the green. So it's gonna take a pretty long time for... hey, pretty long time for these two to trust me enough to let me drag them into war, or for me to earn enough favors. But in the meantime, they're a very good insurance policy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, I was complaining about the last game being slow. I should not have talked. Bohemia has a lot more people they can go after than cute little Florence down here. Let's see. What's this? Yeah, okay. Now, last game, the Ottomans didn't collapse. And I'm really excited to see that happen if it does. Jesus, this man does not... I really hope I can get you into a war, Massimiliano, because you've been getting some gains. The Ottomans apparently fall apart more easily now, but this isn't looking like it. I would enjoy seeing that. You are allied with... Ah, yep, there he goes. Rest in pepperoni, Cosmo. Bureaucrat. Danilo. Trade efficiency's nice. Levy... I don't really care. So that one. The goal of EU4 is pretty open-ended. Essentially, you're just running a country from the year 1444 up until the year 1821. Generally, you can play however you want to. You can set up trade empires, you can go colonize the New World, you can go explore. Generally, the goal is to grow your borders, to take stuff over, but it's really player-defined goal. The goal of this campaign mostly is to survive, because Florence normally has a decently hard time of doing that. Maybe form Tuscany by taking over Lucca and Siena. Then after that, possibly forming Italy a few hundred years early, and going on to colonize some trade outposts in the New World and the West Indies. East Indies? East Indies. EU4 is kinda nice in that there isn't a hard lose condition unless you just lose all your territory. But also you can't win, exactly. There's... even if you take over the entire planet, the game keeps going. Because that's not the end of the game. Because history goes on and yada yada. The folks at Paradox have some very interesting design philosophies that I admire pretty greatly. When they get it right. When they don't, they still try. They're good folks. There we are. Now we just got ideas unlocked, and these are ways that you can more customize the speciality of your nation. Now I was talking about how cool it would be to go and explore the New World, and this is how we would do that. The only problem is, I'm not that rich, so I can't actually afford to set up colonies until I start taking a bit more territory. Cologne? I mean, there's not much to Cologne. The HRE, the Holy Roman Empire, at this time is pretty simplified. Like, in real history, if you're from Cologne, you probably know this, that there were hundreds and hundreds of little duchies and counties and fiefdoms in here. And it's just... Cologne tends to do pretty well. They're an elector at this point in the Holy Roman Empire, so they tend to get some pretty decent allies because of that. Electors were the members who got to decide who would be the next emperor. And most of the time, historically, it was Austria, and just about only Austria, sometimes Bohemia. But normally, von Habsburg was the emperor. Yeah. Oh, this sounds really nice, because cheaper technologies is always nice. This sounds fun. Quantity or quality sound like a great way to get a foothold. Oh, well, that's cool. I mean, it is an archbishopric. So yeah, right on. That's pretty rad. Yeah, it's a really cool ancestor to have. The HRE was a pretty interesting place in that a lot of the smaller states in it were run by religious authorities. Wittenberg? No, Wittenberg is not one of them. Like Alsace and Trier are also the same way. My pronunciation is not the best, but I think that's okay. So, okay, Milan wants me to fight Venice. Yeah, okay, whatever. That should be fine. Milan? Excuse you? You should give me Luca, please. Okay, I was about to click attach, but I guess we'll just see how this goes. Doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. Might actually win. And we did. Yeah, ancestrally, my ancestors from one part of my family are from mostly Northumbria, and the others are, you know, Greater Saxony somewhere. And those are fun countries to play. Playing as Northumbria in an earlier time period can be a lot of fun. And the Saxon states are generally really powerful, but there's just something really charming about Florence at this time, with the Renaissance going on, and yeah, this early age of enlightenment. That. Sweet. But Milan has it. Milan is definitely not going to give me Luca. Oh, well. Yeah. Venice at this time is actually a pretty major player. They have, in-game, represented territories going all the way down to Crete. In reality, their trade empires span most of this part of the Mediterranean. They were in competition with local states like Cyprus, but also the Genoese traders and the upcoming economy of the Ottomans at the time, and the last vestiges of the Byzantine Empire, who actually should have fallen apart 1454? That when the fall of Constantinople? Constantinople. 53. So Constantinople should have fallen 6 years ago, and these should be gone, but history's very fluid. Yeah. 14. Did I say 15? I probably said 15. Yeah, 1453. That's one of those dates that get really drilled into you in history classes in high school and college. But although I studied history, dates were not something that stuck with me very much. Like, broad strokes, the general story of history, got it. The stories are way more interesting than remembering on September 14th, 1834, such and such happened. Now, in this game, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that the Byzantine Empire will fall apart. They start out with... Yeah, they... the fall of Constantinople and it being oh, they haven't rebranded it to Istanbul yet. It's a pretty big deal for Turkish identity. The culture's turned Turkish. Huh. Interesting. So the event must have changed. As the Ottoman Empire, when you take over Constantinople or modern Istanbul, you get an event that lets you change the culture there from Greek to Turkish, meaning like representing a heavy investment in rebranding the city, and it should change from Constantinople or Constantiniye to Istanbul. Did that happen later? I actually might be wrong about that. Istanbul. When were you rebranded? I thought it was pretty much immediately. Istanbul name change. Yeah, it was pretty much immediate. So I don't know. Don't know why it isn't the case in the game. Typically, in this game, the Ottomans have been regarded as kind of one of the end bosses of the game. The Ottoman Empire, the French, and you can't see China right now, but the Ming Dynasty tend to blob and get very big and very powerful, and they're regarded as like the true test of if your country is good or not. Muscovy up here will form Russia, and England typically does an okay job of forming Great Britain and going and colonizing stuff, but England's real strength has always been its navy, and if you're a landlocked nation with no naval borders, a wooden wall doesn't really scare you very much. I think we can keep this fella. I would love it if Milan gave me Luca, but that's not. You monster. Okay. Do I have a claim on this? No, I don't. Okay, that might have been why they didn't give it to me. Well, I'm just gonna start building a spy network in our friend here. And because I have some pretty big friends here, I might get rid of Milan. Who doesn't like you? Well, Savoy won't like, or Venice won't like me very much right now, but Savoy would probably be willing to be friends if I gave up on Milan. Yeah, let's take that. In order to form Tuscany, I need to be at peace, which I'm not. I need much more advanced technology to represent the difficulty of administering such a large region and changing the cultural identity of that region. And I need Siena, which is going to be tricky because Milan has them allied. Actually, this could just be one fell swoop type deal. Declare war on Milan for Lucca, Siena will jump in, and I think I'm their only other ally, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, buddy, but you took something I really wanted, so goodbye. You're allied to Ferrara. I may have jumped ship too early. That's okay. Well, because I'm investing in an administrative leader, it might be smart just to go full innovative here. Nah, let's go quantity. Because if I am going to war, I need more manpower than I have. The size of armies in this game, oh god, that terrified me. I saw the combat sign in my own territory. I'm like, oh no. Why did you not call me to war? Huh. Okay. That's fine. Alright, I want this. So I'm done with that now. Yeah. So gotta deal with that truce. You're not gonna ally me. You're not gonna ally me. You may, actually. And you have plenty of reason. The Venetians will want Brescia back, as they consider it to be one of their core provinces. So they would probably side with me. Mantua is allied to the Papal State, so they would not. Now the Italian states historically have always been kind of a quagmire of, I say always, late 1800s, they were always a quagmire of complicated relationships with each other. And this game does a pretty good job of emulating that. Though, there were a lot more city-states than are properly represented on this map. And, say, like the relationship of Pisa to Florence and Firenze here wasn't exactly they were part of the same nation state, more just they had a lot of shared bonds and formed something that looks and sounds and acts a lot like a nation state, but isn't quite one. Oh, okay. Duke of Burgundy died, so the Burgundian succession happened, which is a real event. Duke of Burgundy died with no heir, so his holdings got split between the French and the Spanish. It's actually not very common that it goes to the Spanish. Cool for me, both of them are my allies. Though this might, get them to dislike each other. Yes, that's okay. Annoying, but fine. Okay, we are now enemies. You are definitely not gonna ally me. You're annoyed with me. Little. You are a little. I could try Switzerland. No, you're even less likely. God. Ah. Mothball our fort so we get a tiny bit more money. There we go. And are we up to date on tech? Yeah, we are. So we can get Levy en Masse, which raises my manpower maximum way higher, so I can have much more people in reserve ready to join the standing army. Which standing armies at this time were not really a thing. I forget to drill. But they are in the game just for the sake of gameplay. Savoy won't, Genoa won't, Ferrara won't, Mantua won't, Venice, yeah, will. So that's good. So now we're gonna have to wait for this truce to run out. 1470 is probably the earliest I could convince Venice to attack Milan. But because it would be me and Venice, total of, what, 30,000 troops minimum? Against Siena's 8,000 and... Milan's 15,000? We'd have a numerical advantage, so I think that war will actually go okay. We'll find out, I guess, but it seems like it'd be okay. No, no, Castile. Castile. Oh, you also hate Venice. Ah, man. We can't have friends, huh? Okay, well, if I lose Castile, that's okay. France ends up being more powerful than Spain. Also means that eventually if I wanted to go on and form Italy, that I wouldn't have to stab them in the back for Napoli and Cilicia down here. Sicily. Cilicia. Cilicia's... Is that in Turkey? Yeah. That's in Armenia. Maintain? Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair. Well, it's been good, Castile, even if I never got to take advantage of being your ally. That's fine. Supply depots seem cool. They don't seem particularly useful in early game. Supply depots... Let's see, what do they do? Give more reinforcement, so it's good if you're hanging out in enemy territory and want to reinforce. Ooh, that's nice. I have a cardinal? Really? The Pope hates me, but I have a cardinal. Huh. Oh yeah, just one. Won't be of any help, but that's cool. Alright, these are no longer ahead of time, so I can build some stuff. Do I want this? Yes, I do. So Reform Desire normally is something you should be careful of, because the higher it gets, the more quickly Protestantism will appear. But I'm kind of planning on converting to the Protestant faith, just because overall it has more mechanic bonuses than the Catholic faith does. Reformed is interesting as well, but I just like Protestantism mechanically more in the context of the game. And it's always kind of fun having Protestantism take root in Italy, whereas historically this is a very Catholic area. For, you know, obvious reasons. The papacy being right here and all. 1870, that's 4 more years. Could I try to drag anyone else in? I'm surprised Castile hasn't broken this alliance yet. They say that they're going to, but they haven't yet. Pretty okay with them sticking around, so I don't expect them to be particularly helpful. Oh, Provence would actually join. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Provence plus Venice would be plenty. Venice is not interested because they don't owe me enough favors, which is fine. They have a truce. They're also in horrific amounts of debt. Ooh, so this might take more than a few years. Now, if Provence went to war, they would drag in Lorraine here. And is that 15,000 plus 17,000, 27,000? That's more than enough, but the problem is I'd be cornered for a while. Venice can get here quickly. Provence gonna take a hot minute. This guy's becoming so good. It's gonna feel really bad if he doesn't get to fight the war. He's spent decades and decades training at this point. Like 2 solid decades just training the troops in the capital. And he dies immediately. Okay, because I picked up military ideas, I'm gonna switch over to a military candidate. Pietro Ulivelli? He is a tactical genius. Well, that's pretty sweet. Not immediately useful, but pretty cool. It would start one-sided wars. Yeah. State firearm regiments. Oh yes, this builds army drill faster. Good. Drilling more is just making my armies better and better over time, so it's not like I'm completely wasting time by not going to war right now, just mostly wasting time by not going to war. Okay, clergy are not happy. Let's make a generous donation. Tunis, I'm seeing, is expanding quite well. fairly regularly, and it looks like the Portuguese are actually doing okay this game. Last game, Portugal... Wow! Portugal leading the Reconquista down here. That's pretty weird. We're splitting the Reconquista with Castile. It's... that probably won't end well. They will not be happy with each other. This may be why Castile hasn't broken our alliance yet. They're at war. Carlo. Switzerland, you can always be my... No, okay. 1470. Now, I've expressed interest in this, but... Let's see, what do you want from them? Yeah, you want your old territory back. Do you want anything? No. I kind of want Parma. Because it's... Oh, no, I don't. What about Novara? Because it's part of the same trade network. The Genoa trade node. Now, it is 1470. Your truce will be ending in 11 months, not until November. So it's probably best for me to, yeah, natural scientist just died, to let Carlo go so I can start saving up a little bit of money in case I want to hire some mercenaries. I really don't want to hire mercenaries because of this new mechanic added where hiring mercenaries would decrease the army's professionalism. Historically speaking, condottieri were pretty normal in Italy. Mercenary forces rented out to various city-states in competition with each other. But I don't want to use mercenaries and make my standing army worse. I haven't been friends with France long enough to get them in on this war, right? Like, what, we have 4 favors. Not nearly enough. You need 10. And Castile's getting there, but our alliance is going to break. Venice is already up to 4. And Provence is up to 14. Dang. So it's January the next year. Venice would join if promised land. Okay, so you're gonna stop drilling. I'm gonna wait for our army's morale to build back up. I'm going to, not so subtly, move this navy out here. And... no. Yeah, the general who's been training for 3 decades finally died. And this general would be great if fire weapons were a thing at this point. Guns. I think we're going with Filippo. Filippo Vincivini? My Italian is bad. Real bad. Hire an admiral for this fleet so that they can successfully blockade Lucca to make it easier to siege down. Yeah. Let's wait on this to actually be 3.2. Okay. There that is. Going to declare war on Milan, Call, and Provence. Go to Venice, call them in, promise them their land back. Going to slow down the speed of time so that Siena gets called in, and try to knock off Siena immediately. Tell my allies they can attach to this if they want to, they won't. Very nice. Okay, Siena's out of the war. So I'm gonna siege down Siena immediately. Nice. And then, hey, if you want to go destroy Milan for me. That would be cool. Or not. Or you can just get destroyed by Milan. I think that between these two, they should be fine taking out the Milanese. Provence's AI is leaving a lot to be desired right now. That's okay. Oh, you're landing troops in Lucca. Lucha? Is it Lucha? I think it's Lucha, not Lucca. I'm alright with that. Land, and because it's Wargo, you'll hand it to me. I'm glad you're didn't get picked off this game. Provence, you've been pretty helpful so far. There's Siena. So what I want is this, nope. This, and for you to return that. Oh, you would not be happy about that. Yeah, what if, instead of that, you kept Siena, they became my vassal. People would still be pretty unhappy about that, but not as unhappy about that. So I'm gonna get Siena out of this war right now by forcing them to become my vassal. Oh, ongoing battles. Okay, we'll just let that right out. I'm a little sad that I lost a ship there. Oh, but I captured transport, which I don't want at all. Alright, Siena. Buddy. Give up. Alright, one more month and you'll give up. Can I walk all the way there? Yeah, I might as well. Be my little friend, Siena. Yeah. You aren't going to be happy with that. A bunch of people aren't going to be happy with me for doing that, so what I'm going to do is try to... Oop. That's cool. So now, I want this, you want that. If I went for that, Ferrara, Genoa, Mantua, Milan, Montferrat, and Savoy, so northern Italy, would form a coalition against me. But I have you, and I have you, well, I have you for now. I have you, and I have you. I think this will be fine. In fact, let's make you release Parma. Do I? Yeah, make you release Parma. No, okay, you can keep Parma, pay war reparations, pay a obscene amount of money, and there we go. Unpause and pause. Florentine conquest of Lucca was way more successful than I thought it would be. Very happy with that. I guess that goes to show what good planning can get you, rather than just running in impatiently. So now improve relations with our new vassal, who do not like us very much. Get these trade ships out, protecting trade. Yeah. And then watch this coalition roll in here shortly. Sweet, yeah, more stability is always welcome. Let's get this Diplo rep guy. I probably can't afford all three of these. I can. Oh, because of the war reparations, I can. Yeah, Austria, you get bent. I'm not giving that back. I'm not doing the Advancement of Religion Act. Get another master recruiter, so our manpower recovers. But we really did not suffer many losses in that war. Very cool. Very cool. Can start drilling again. Can support more troops now. Yeah. So I think... yeah, we're coming up on an hour here shortly. Probably gonna take a 5-minute break. Let's say 1475, if nothing major happens before that. Yeah. It's also so I can end the YouTube recording and start a new one, rather than subjecting the poor YouTube people to 3-hour videos at a time. Which is nice when you want it and terrible when you don't. Gonna build some temples, which churches, they're called churches now, not temples. What game am I gonna play next? I might keep playing this. I'm thinking about maybe Hearts of Iron. Not actually sure. But I'm probably just gonna end this recording, take a 5-minute break, and come back to it, because it's easier to remember what I was doing if I record that way than, like, stop recording, leave for a day, come back and try to remember, oh, what was I doing with... Well, I have a small country now, but especially with bigger countries, it's harder to remember. I should have taken this. Aggressive expansion impact reduction will make it so that people are less likely to join coalitions against you. Coalitions are things you desperately want to avoid. They're when a bunch of countries get together and say, oh, well, fuck you, and all declare war on you at once, because they see you as a threat. And no one's quite ready to form a coalition, but there's some very unhappy people with me in northern Italy right now. Can I grab this? I'm gonna wait. Gonna wait until this, so I don't have to remember. This is going much better. I cannot believe Castile has been threatening to break this alliance for almost, like, over a decade at this point, and still not doing it. I promise you, I'm gonna break up with you. I'm gonna leave this alliance. I'm not gonna help you with your wars. Okay? No, but really, I'm gonna leave. Okay? I mean, I hope they stick around. Oh, they have Enrique. He's notoriously bad. Anywho, I'm gonna make a save file here, so I don't accidentally delete the progress I've made, even though it autosaved. And gonna call up OBS right here. For people watching on Twitch, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. But to you watching on YouTube, I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.